As always, hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. Rich is making another video about XRP today. We're going to talk about XRP and I have to start with this from digital assets every day. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day today, wherever they may be in the vast world. 42 banks attempted to block the license of Ripple's bank. Here's why XRP is causing fear on Wall Street. Their fees are no longer there, which is the first thing they notice about XRP. Why banks are so terrified. Old finance faces a nuclear threat from Ripple plus XRP. Instant money movement at almost no cost, no nostril-vostral counts, no 3 to 5 day wire transfers, no exorbitant remittance fees. XRP powered. The antiquated system. And the secret to everything is the ODL. The secret is on-demand liquidity. Additionally, the 42 banks attempting to thwart Ripple are attempting to cling to the past. They are profiting greatly from the existing system. A person is enriching himself if they refuse to switch to a new financial system. Turning off the existing system. RP entering the mainframe of the bank via in the end. Ripple will be the national bank charter's banking mainframe. All of the internet businesses, from Circle to Wise to Ripple, are rushing to obtain a bank charter right now. Because you start using something like XRP to trade RLUSD as soon as you acquire the bank license. For XRP, RLUSD is merely a door opener, and that's probably why Ripple is vying for that banking license. We will undergo a permanent transformation the moment Ripple obtains that license and turns into a bank. To change your financial future, a finance consultant advises investing in XRP for 10 years. He claims that a person who invested $583 every month in XRP from August 2015 to July 2025 would have spent a total of $69,960. And I somewhat agree with this. That investment would be around $4.49 million in today's currency. As a result, he is encouraging people to begin a monthly investment strategy in XRP. Although I agree with that, I believe there will be a better approach to accomplish this, because investing in XRP doesn't require you to dip into your pocket if you're receiving passive income. A portion of your passive income earnings might be reinvested in XRP, or you could put your XRP up to earn more XRP in exchange. Better solutions will be available. People find it challenging to work a 9-to-5 job and invest $500 a week or month in cryptocurrency. I used to say that every little bit is a step closer to financial freedom, even if you're only contributing $10 to $20 a week. I will never advise you to make excessive cryptocurrency investments. I even always advise diversifying. Avoid taking on too much at once. Hold some XLM if you're holding XRP. If you believe you missed out on XRP, you are aware that Flr will be the next big thing. And at the moment, Flr is like 2 cents. You can also start diversifying into XDC, Flr, or even XLM if you believe you have a great bag of XRP or are at ease with it. They are still incredibly underappreciated at the moment. XRP is quite cheap. I believe that it is a psychological issue. People believe that instead of purchasing more XRP, they could purchase more of this coin. I just listed several excellent places for you to invest if you want to diversify. Create a respectable Flr bag. Construct a respectable XLM or XDC bag. All of these will help you achieve financial independence. The writings on the wall, Riz, are the source of this. You see JP Morgan, Citi, and Goldman Sachs were there. You can see how XRP reduces the cost of friction. Then there is Vanguard, which I have demonstrated several times. They believe Vanguard missed the boat because of the Bitcoin maxis at the moment. Since day one, Vanguard has been on the boat. As you can see, BlackRock, HSBC, and PNC Bank are all connected to XRP and Ripple. Long ago, Vanguard sensed the end game. They chose not to use a Bitcoin ETF for this reason. Listen to their chief executive officer here. People asked, "Hey, we know you're not offering one," in reference to spot Bitcoin ETFs. Have you decided against it? If you were to change your mind, what would it take? Do not intend to, and unless the asset class changes, we will not alter our position on this. First of all, we don't think it belongs, which is why a Bitcoin ETF, for example, is appropriate for a long-term portfolio. Someone is putting money aside for retirement. This asset is speculative. That's precisely it. Additionally, the funds we provide invest in asset classes with underlying cash flow. As with stocks, you are purchasing a company's projected earnings. That bond has principal and coupon payments. In exchange for me loan you the money, you will pay me something. That's right, correct? So that they can both be appreciated. That's for us. We can model them since we know why they would emerge in a portfolio and the part they were performing. Something like Bitcoin isn't a store of value and is simply too erratic. Not at all. It's also highly volatile. Bitcoin fell in tandem with the latest stock market meltdowns. As a result, it is very speculative and difficult to consider its place in a long-term portfolio. All this time, what have I been telling you? It's not a good value store. However, this raises the question of whether Vanguard will promote an XRP ETF. You can learn everything you need to know if Vanguard files for an XRP ETF. The source of this is Robert Breedlove. XRP is a fully pre-mined cryptocurrency. There is zero pre-mined Bitcoin. Before you fall victim to a scam, learn what this signifies if you don't already know. This is the most recent XRP FUD. We are all aware that proof of work is ineffective. David Schwartz is here to warn you that it's really pricey. The Bitcoin blockchain is putting a lot of money in the hands of energy companies and ASIC makers. The Bitcoin ecosystem was the source of that funding. It originated with natural investors who kept Bitcoin as a way to store value and facilitate trade. They were hoping to guess how much it was worth. Crucially, the system may become less secure if the means of payment for proof of work depreciate. As a result, it closely links the system's economic worth and security. An intriguing implication of that is that systems with low economic value cannot be protected, and they must continue to function somewhat rapidly in order to remain in existence. For Bitcoin to continue to be able to safely transfer value, it must produce enough value each day to cover millions of dollars worth of proof of work. And for that reason, using Bitcoin to pay for goods is very costly. I don't despise Bitcoin, you know. When it originally came out, I thought it was fantastic. We got to where we are now because of that. Bitcoin is the past in my opinion, and the future is moving forward. It will become irrelevant. And aside from those looking to profit quickly, there's no incentive to even have something like Bitcoin around. It won't be used for transactions, and it won't be accepted as a payment method. It simply won't take place. It is also based on a set of beliefs. People must keep thinking that it will get more expensive, because money will start to move away from it the moment they cease thinking that. And for that reason, I don't think it will be important in the future. However, this is how they respond when you show them to be mistaken. It's a centralized shitcoin if it's not Bitcoin. Anyone who tells you otherwise is either the exit liquidity or a scammer. You will have a difficult time if your token has a CEO. Would you prefer to own a cryptocurrency that was developed by an unidentified man, or would you prefer to hold one that has Brad Garlinghouse in charge of Ripple, who is constantly in the market making acquisitions and enhancing XRP continuously? And he has an enormous amount of Bitcoin. Therefore, the price of Bitcoin would plummet if Satoshi simply left tomorrow. Additionally, you must consider that Tether, which is produced out of thin air, is supporting it. Bitcoin is taken with the Tether bubble when it bursts. However, they believe it to be a form of money that the gods have bestowed upon them. Come on, you really think that nonsense is true? Someone like David Schwartz created it. Gemini just revealed something shocking. By the end of the year, XRP might reach $5. That represents a huge 64% increase above the current levels. The following wave is loading, and bulls are waking up. I predict that XRP will reach $5 by the end of the year, most likely by the end of September. It will happen considerably more quickly if the ETFs are approved. Additionally, I think $5 is just much too cheap. It's going so much higher, in my opinion. XRP provides instant access to DeFi in a matter of seconds: mint, stake, swap, and bridge, giving you complete control over your assets and making DeFi as simple as TradFi. Flr is, in my opinion, simply dominating. And once more, Flr is giving XRP more usefulness. Where has Flr gone to allow you to stake your XRP